Hello everyone, welcome to the Nexus. I'm back. Yeah, two weeks. So I have to apologise first thing to say sorry. Last week it was the Jubilee, and we went out and celebrated and everything else. And then the week after that, I went out and I didn't make it back in time for the stream. So I sort of apologise for that. So yeah, that was that. How's everyone else been doing? I hope everyone else has been fine, and things have been coming along. I have been, I've been sort of busy with work and everything else, but I've sort of got through some of my backlog, and it's created another backlog, as you can see. So yeah. Hi Jay, hello, how are you? Hope everything's fine. Those wooden models are like, they're really nice, really nice. We saw some like wooden models in the works recently, like Harry Potter ones. We're thinking I think I might do some for the channel, but we'll see how that goes with that. Hi D, how's it going? And yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Work, union, and just going through the backlog. I've done the majority of the backlog now. That's why there's been no RoboCop on the channel. I'm hoping next week maybe, or the week after. It depends. Trying to do like YouTube and work, it's a fine balance at the minute. It's very busy at work at the minute. So yeah. So that's why there's been no RoboCop. So I have to apologise for that. But as soon as I get an hour or two, so I can do some certain stuff like the videos that I've done recently. I had as a backlog. So my Warhammer one that was sitting here for ages. I knew I had to do that, and I had a stack of books as well that I wanted to review. So I done them on Tuesday, all of them, and then obviously Wednesday. It takes only about 2 or 3 minutes to do the dollhouse build. And I have got the Dodge Charger still sitting here. So this is last week's that I haven't got past. My RoboCop's down here. So yeah, I'm just about to put in another order actually for the Alien build as well. So it's getting a little bit on top, but I'm trying to clear through some of it. I've got some stuff. I went out at the weekend and I picked up these that I'm going to review. So there's one of them, and they're really cheap as well, actually. And we've also got, I think that's the City one. That's the City Hunter there, and they do like a cloaked version as well. But I'm going to be reviewing them, and obviously next month the new Star Trek stuff comes out, so I'm going to be reviewing them as well. So I'm hoping by the end of this month I should be up to speed with everything. That's the plan. That's the plan anyway, to be up to speed with everything that I've got on back order. There's not a lot to do in these issues, is there? Last couple of issues, there's hardly. I mean, that is it. Just putting in the drive shaft sort of thing. So maybe I should do that as like more, if you know what I mean, as more issues instead of just doing the one, because there's not really much to do. But I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm hoping to get that one done this week before the end of the week, obviously. Yeah. So what's everyone been getting up to? I hope everyone had a great Jubilee. So yeah. So 2 weeks ago I was out with my brother. We were coming back here and we were stuck in traffic, and I weren't too sure if I could make it here in time. I think I got in at about I think it was like 15 minutes past 7. So it was like a little bit past it. I could have come on, but it's setting up and everything else would have been a bit of a rush round. So I cancelled it. Then I said, I'll do one on the Jubilee. And then I remembered after I said that, that we were doing stuff on the Jubilee. So I have to apologise, obviously, for 2 weeks of absence. You know, it is what it is. But it looks like everyone's sort of done something, hasn't it? So Mark's Mod's not been on for a few weeks, and I caught the end of his one today. Obviously, Wayne's been over in America for the past 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, there's been a sort of a lull. The last couple of weeks, there's been a lull, but everyone seems to be back on it now, which is good. Which is good. I think lots of people are now starting to finish the Ecto 1. People are starting to receive the diorama bits for the Spitfire, which is good. The Enterprise is sort of, you know, sort of stopped at the minute, but then they did tell everyone that was going to happen. And that's it, really. There's no more really to come out. Oh yeah, the Thanos Gauntlet has been pulled. I did mention it last time I was on, about 3 weeks ago, that they weren't too sure what had happened to it. I'm just lazy. No, you're not. No, none of us are. I mean, I was definitely lazy because I had a backlog of stuff that I kept putting off. So on the Tuesday, I had like about 2 hours, and I just done the book reviews. I can't remember. I've done some other stuff as well. And then on Wednesday morning, I have enough time to do the Disney Dollhouse. It's another reason why I haven't done that, even though that would only take 2 or 3 minutes to do. So there's still that to do as well. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, going back to the Infinity Gauntlet. So there was rumours that it was getting pulled for some reason. Then a lot of people rang up D'Agostini and they said no, it's not getting pulled. And then the official email went out saying it's getting pulled. So yes, the Infinity Gauntlet that was released as a full release a couple of weeks ago has now been pulled. It's something to do with the manufacturing process. A lot of people started complaining about the crystals going in. Some of them weren't magnetic. Some of them could easily fall out. The electrics and the metal finish on the glove itself. And they've done an investigation and found out there was a problem, and it's now been pulled. No one. They said what will happen now is that subscribers will still get their issues, but they'll start again from issue 1. So the subscribers have got up to I think it's issue 4 they've got up to now. They will be sent issues 1 to 4 again when it starts up again. And at the moment, no one knows. So it's the first time I've known of a partwork to come out as a full release and then be pulled, and there's no timeline. Even D'Agostini have said that they don't know what the timeline will be on its return. So yeah, that is where we are with that. Eagle Moss are looking rosy at the moment compared to Hachette. Yeah, Eagle Moss has been the deliveries have been really good at the minute. Like I said, I was told months ago that they had enough stock of the Back to the Future DeLorean, so they shouldn't be an issue now with people completing that. I think they said they had loads of back issues in, and they had every issue up to the completion of it. So I was told that there shouldn't be a problem going forward, but I know some people have received problems. And a couple of months ago as well, I was told that they had all the issues for Ecto 1 up to when it was finished. And that seems to be the case as well. I know with the Enterprise, I think up to issue 70, they've now stopped. They said due to stock and that, and they've let everyone know. So they seem to be now sort of back on track, sort of, as in terms of not having, as in terms of communication and with the deliveries people getting and stuff like that. It seems to have sort of settled down for them. But I don't know what's happening with Hachette. I know, Mark, you said you had problems with delivery, but I know some people haven't. I've obviously there's a lot of people building the Disney Dollhouse at the minute, who have never completed or done a part work. So there's a lot of misinformation that I've tried to put out wrong in the group, you know, like delivery time scales and all that sort of stuff. So everyone's sort of at the moment a bit upset because people who click from the news agents are further ahead than people who subscribe, which has always been the case with Hachette. So evening, John, nice to have you. Oh, and no payment for issue 36 yet. I cannot wait for this build to finish and want the 66 Batmobile. Yeah, the 66 Batmobile, don't know when that's coming out. It is this year, but they don't know at this point. So, but the US and the UK will have two different delivery dates. That's what I do know. And as far as I know, there's not a problem with issue 36. I think people just want. I think what they've done is they've done it so they don't get too muddled up. So instead of posting it out quicker, but I would imagine because that's the last issue, isn't it? Issue 36. I don't think you're going to be waiting too long, if you know what I mean. Evening, Barry. Evening, all. Had an email from Hachette. Tumblr has been greenlit for a full run. Yep, starting early next year. Yeah. Lots of people had that email. I had that email as well. I'm hoping to get it, but it all depends on lots of other factors. At the minute, like everything else, it depends on everything. I will be near. I'm hoping that it's next year and not the end of this year. That's what I'm hoping. It has been greenlit. We sort of knew it was going to be coming anyway, but yeah, it's a sort of early this year or next year. So it's going to be, I would imagine, between September and April. But I'm hoping it's next year. That way, I would, if it's next year, if it comes out in April next year, that would be perfect because my Alien build finishes in March next year. So that'll be completely finished. So that would tie in perfectly with that. So that's what I'm hoping. That is next year, not the end of this year. Hogwarts Express, it's gone really quiet on that. I haven't really chased it up. I haven't had the time. I should fire up a few emails, actually, shouldn't I? But as far as I know, they've always said that it was coming. It was not. They've done this before with a few builds where they said it was coming out, it wasn't, and then it's not, and then all of a sudden they've brought it out. So I wouldn't discount it. I don't. It's not the popularity, because I think the popularity of the Hogwarts Express is massive. I think it was more popular than the Eddie Stobart build. So my thinking behind why it's not come out is to do with licensing. So it's what held up the Terminator. I know that, we all know that it was due to come out. I think it was supposed to come out in 12 months after the test run, but it took, I think it was 19 months before it was released. And that was due to licensing issues. So I've got a funny feeling maybe licensing problems that they're having. But I remember Alex Beard said that he got a response from them saying September. So, yeah, I need to chase that up, really. I was looking at the D'Agostini website yesterday, and they were showing but not advertising. Ooh, the Bugatti Veyron. Yeah, that came out as a test run. That was the orange and black one, wasn't it? That came out as a test run, I remember, and then it just went quiet. It's not coming out from model space, so I don't know why it just went really quiet. Maybe it just didn't get enough interest. But it's worth noting that, isn't it? It's worth noting that we'll probably get it. But I think it wasn't. It was orange and black. If I remember right, was I correct on that? Someone in the group will know. I'm sure of it. But yeah, I'm still waiting for the Iron Man to get a release from news agents. That's what I'm hoping. I'm still also hoping, because Fan Home said that they were doing a web shop, and I'm still hoping that they will do a web shop, but they still haven't, so I don't know why. They over in, obviously in France, the D'Agostini website in France, you can buy from their website as a normal shop, so I don't know why you can't with Fan Home. Yeah. I'm hoping they change that. Yes, orange and black. You can get it in France and Germany. Yeah. So I do remember it coming out as a test run a long time ago. Was it 2020, early 2020 or end of 2019? It was a while ago. I do remember it coming out. Also, as well, you got the Starsky and Hutch as well. That was test run not that long ago, neither as well. So there's also that to look forward to. Oh, and the King Tiger tank. That was another one that was tested. A bit like the Agora one that they do, with the camera in the muzzle bit at the end, had smoke effects and all that sort of stuff. So it was like a remote control. It's very similar to the Agora one, but it was a King Tiger one. So that could even come out as well. So it could be quite a busy end of year, but I don't want to sort of I don't want to get ahead of myself. There's, like I said, I'm quite maxed out, and I don't want all this stuff to come out and maybe a bit stuck as to what to get and stuff. But you know, you never know. I mean, I'm really liking the Disney Dollhouse now. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be, and it obviously fits right along here, and that's just the first floor, and then it comes out further. It's going to be huge, and it's already on. I mean, it's quite big, and it's only on issue 21. So yeah. Problem is with the Agostini, it's 12-month subscription only. Yeah, it's the same with Agora. I think that puts a lot of people off, doesn't it? You know. Well, I wanted to go back to the old days where they brought it all out in the newsagents and you can get it every week. What happened? I didn't see a problem there. There wasn't a problem. It always worked. You know, you collected your magazine each week. You done a video each week, and it was all hunky-dory. And then they all went, no, we're just going to do monthly. I understand why they done it. It's easier for them to manage. It means they only have to do one magazine instead of 4 individual ones. But fan homes still do the individual magazines. Eagle Moss, I think, are the only ones that do like the chunky magazines for the Enterprise build. But I think any build going forward is going to be very similar. So the Batmobile, the Batman 66, and it could work out that we get the Tumbler and the Batmobile 66 at the same time. So yeah, so it could be a Batman themed end of year. Obviously we don't know yet if Optimus Prime's going to go ahead or the actual statue. So Hachette had the Tumbler and the Batman statue. I don't know whether they've tested both of them and gone, oh, we'll do the Tumbler first, or we'll do the Tumbler and not the figure. But we'll see how all that turns out, really. Yes, I have. Yeah, I have. Yeah, and I sort of knew anyway that it was going to be built, that the parts you were going to build the parts. So it's very warm in here. Sorry. I always knew that, Jay. So yeah, it's the music box that you build, and I think that plays music. It's going to be lit up as well. But I always thought that you were going to build it just because it's an extra 80 issues, so it's an extra year and a bit. And I can't see how they're going to stretch that. And like I said, the only way I think to do that is by building the parts. So you'll probably build that, the organ, the musical organ for the winter. Have all the winter stuff inside, which will have trees that light up, and all the decorations outside will light up and stuff like that. And then you have the summer calf, which is like a little camper van which comes with a chair and it's got a calf inside it. All of that, I think you'd have to build bit by bit. You wouldn't get it as a single piece, just because it wouldn't justify the 80 issues. I've never known a part work to be extended, a build part work, let me say, past the original run that much. 80 issues, a year and a bit, an extra year and a bit. It's a long time. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. You get the little Christmas tree and presents, and and all that sort of stuff. But we've looked at it. We've chosen not to do the extra bits. We're going to do just the house, and then we're going to go to say like places like the Works and Hobbycraft and all of that, because they do stuff for dolls' houses anyway, especially at Christmas time. I mean, Christmas time, you can go to places like Pound Shop and stuff like that, and B&M, and they do little tiny fiber optic Christmas trees like this. They'll be perfect for the house, and the same with the presents as well. I mean, that'd be fairly easy to make a load of presents, and then the snow effect. Well, that's just cotton wool, isn't it? So that's our understanding, and that's what we're going to try and do. And also, as well, you can get a lot of these sort of fairy lights with battery packs that you can turn on and off. So you could actually do the whole house all lit up as well with the little LED battery pack things that they sell, like in Pound Shop. I've even seen them selling in Primark actually. Little LED strips for £1.50 on a battery. Perfect, absolutely perfect for it. So, but yeah, I haven't been keeping up to date with some of the builds, I've got to say. So, Iron Man, I don't know what people's issues are up to on that. I haven't really been keeping an eye on that, and I should have been. But I think I mentioned it last time that people that finished it in France have been having major problems with it standing. Even though it comes with a stand that helps it stand, the leg joints are some of them are really loose, and lots of people are having problems with it posing and stuff like that. But yeah, you should see some of the posts and some of the pictures that people are posting on the French groups of their Iron Man sort of doing the splits or something like that, where the pelvis is not very good and doesn't hold the weight of the top of it, and so it just, as soon as you try and let go of it, the legs just go like that. You can get it to hold on the stand, but the legs are so loose it's like waving. So there are some solutions as well. Some people have said that they 3D printed a little bit of plastic to go inside the leg that strengthens it. But yeah, a lot of people have been having problems with that. But I don't know what the number is here in the UK on people getting the Iron Man. I know when it started, there was a lot of hype over it. It's very, very much died down now. I don't know where all part works do this though, don't they? They go through the lull, which is normally in the middle, where there's not a lot going on, and you know, it sort of drifts away, because what happens is a new part work comes in and your attention sort of drifts away from it. That's what I've noticed. When a new part work comes out, your sort of attention drifts to that, doesn't it? Or when a part work's near the end, your sort of concentration drifts slightly away from other part works. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, these were, I'll go back to these actually. These were, I saw these in Smith's, because we're in Smith's at the weekend, and they were an absolute bargain. They're quite big. They were £7, and I couldn't leave them there. They had lots, I've got to say. They did have lots and lots of them. This one is the Berserker Predator, and we've got the City Hunter, which I really like. It's got that sort of red and orange sort of body on it. It's really nice. I've found out that these are like their basic range, but I think they're really cool, and especially with my Alien, and I've got the Alien ship from Eagle Moss as well. They're going to look really nice with it all displayed. So that's the plan, and we're still trying to find out where to display the Alien when it's finished. I think once it's finished, then we're going to go, oh yeah, and sort of sort that, yeah. I can't see the value for money in Iron Man. Same with Eddie Stobart. Yeah, you know, we've been here before, haven't we, Mark? There's no value in part works at all. I saw someone recently say put their Ecto one up for sale, and all unopened, never built. A lot of people are saying how, because no one's got the end issue. And he says once the end issues come, he will then send it to you, and you'll have the whole build. But I think he wanted 1,700, and I was like, take the first one off it. That's, I think, 700 for an unbuilt one is probably what they're going to go for. Even built, the Ecto one, I think. Well, you know how low they go. I reckon at one point you could put. I mean, I've seen the Route Master's a perfect example, and so is the Ecto. So is the DeLorean as well. So I've seen the Route Master, a fully built working Route Master, go for about £200, and it's the same for the DeLorean, a fully built working one with no issues, for about 260. So I can see 300 maybe for Ecto one. I'm not, and that's you're going, that's a low ball number, but that is where we are. £200, I think someone sold their Terminator for, fully built. So it's, there's no value in it, and the Iron Man will be no different. I can see them going for 100, 150, which is really cheap, to be fair. New film Prey, yes, I knew about Prey a long time ago. So the premise behind Prey was they were never gonna advertise it as a Predator film. A lot of people in the fan base sort of knew about it and were saying there was a new Predator film coming out and stuff like that. So its working title was Prey, to keep it away, to make sure people didn't know it was being a Predator film when it was made. And the premise behind it was that you would go to the cinema thinking, oh no, this is a Native American film, we're going to follow a tribe around and stuff like that. And then when the Predator showed up in the film, you'd be like, oh, hang on, this is a Predator film. But obviously it all got out beforehand in the fandom, and that's why they then said, it's going to have Predator in it and stuff like that. But originally they were never going to advertise it as a Predator film. It was always going to be sort of like a Native American film, and then you would be surprised when you went to the cinema. But yeah, it's on Disney Plus. I mean, that's another thing as well. There's so many TV shows on at the moment that I want to watch, and it's just getting the time to watch them. So it's just trying to find the time. So there's The Flight Attendant. So season 2 of The Flight Attendant. We watched the first one. That was really good. We've sort of got through some of the second season. So I'm not a very big binge watcher. So I like to watch episodes like one a day or one every other day. I don't like to push it. Otherwise, if you burn through it, then there's nothing else to watch. So, I think I'm on episode 3 of Stranger Things. I still haven't watched all of that. We've got The Orville, new series of American Dad and Family Guy. Is it The Cuckoo's Nest? Is that what it was called? That was it. If you haven't seen it and you've got Sky, there's a series called The Midwich Cuckoos. It's based on a book, the same name. That's it. Yeah. Midwich. It's called Midwich Cuckoos. I have to keep that. It's on Sky. You can download the whole series, and we did sort of binge watch that because it got really interesting. And anyone who hasn't seen it, see it. It's a brilliant series. Yeah, the book was really good. The series is really, really good as well. It's an English drama series about sort of kids and stuff. I don't want to ruin it for you, but if you're into things like The Village of the Damned and all that sort of stuff, and all that sort of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, all that sort of stuff, watch it. It's really good. It draws you in, and I really liked it. Arnie, isn't it? So that may be good. Yeah. This is it. Prey's going to be it's really weird. So I think Prey's going to be sort of our first encounter with them, but then we know from Alien versus Predator that they've been around before then. So, it's a nice thing. It's going to be interesting to watch. I'm definitely going to watch it. It's going to be one of those films that's like, you know, how can someone with a laser weapon beat someone with bow and arrows? But you know, we'll see what it's like. But I'm excited for it. Lots of people are really excited for it, actually. So, joking. Yeah, I think, isn't he supposed to be doing another Terminator film? Terminator. Yeah, that's what I heard. I think he actually said, didn't he? He said he would be up to doing another Terminator, but I think the last one where he was in it, yeah, I don't really get it, where he was looking after people, weren't he? And he's like gone good and all that. I didn't get it. When they start doing the time traveling thing and all that sort of stuff, it all gets away from itself. You know, the Terminator 2 is the best out of all of them. You know, Terminator Salvation wasn't that bad. I actually really liked Salvation. But the last two, what was it? Terminator Genesis and the other one, I can't even remember it. It was that memorable. well, Afterlife, Terminator Afterlife, lol. Yeah, yeah. Terminator 2 was the best one, Mark, and that sort of sealed it. I don't know why. The problem is that they find money in these series and then they go, oh, we'll make another one, and they don't just leave it. Like, it was brilliant just to leave it alone, a bit like Back to the Future. So I'm really surprised that they haven't not continued the story, but done a rework of it, if you know what I mean, a reimagining of it. And I know that some of them hold the rights to it. It'd be very interesting. It's sad to say, but it'd be very interesting to see what happens when they pass away and the rights come up and they go a bit crazy for it. And I'm really surprised they haven't, because everything's sort of a remake of a remake and all that. And so I'm really surprised they haven't done a remake of it. But yeah, there's a lot of films where you kind of go, that's good that they've not done another one. But then other stuff, I'd like to do another one, you know, like the Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters Afterlife was perfect, brilliant film. Better than I think a lot of people was expecting it to be, as well. But yeah, there's, like I said, there's so much stuff on. Miss Marvel, we watched the other day that started. You've got Obi-Wan Kenobi series as well. I'm liking that at the minute. The Orville's just started as well. And then on the 22nd of June, Paramount Plus comes out. And we'll have all the stuff from there. So we'll have Halo, Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And there's a lot of other new stuff coming out on there as well. You've also got, I think, Top Gun. The new Top Gun film is going to be on there in July on the Paramount Plus app. So, you know, there's so much coming out at the minute. What else you got? You've got the new Thor film coming out. The 18th of June, you've got the Doctor Strange Madness, Multiverse of Madness. Let me get that out. That's on Disney Plus as well. So there's so much good stuff coming out TV-wise, and I'm trying to catch up. A bit like I am with Heartworks and everything else. I'm just playing catch up at the minute. I know around December time that I will everything will sort of be of a lull, and I'll be fine. I'll be trying to find stuff to review because I've reviewed everything. But yeah, there's so much good TV at the moment, and it's just trying to catch up with it all. But we don't tend to binge watch a lot of stuff. I do try to sort of space stuff out. So, but yeah, I still haven't watched all of Stranger Things, or the Air Hostess as well. Flight Attendant, I should say. Flight Attendant, which was a really good series. If you've not watched it, go and give it a good try as well. We still also as well season 2 of Big Sky. We've got to finish watching as well. If you haven't seen that, that's also another really good series. It's on Disney Plus as well. So there's all these great shows. It's just, yeah. Do you know what? My wife watched that and she said, I said, oh, you know, they had a Star Wars weekend on a couple of weeks ago and they were showing off all the new toys. And I went, oh, they're bringing out Lola. And she went, oh, we're getting that. And I was like, oh, she goes, I want Lola. So we've pre-ordered the fully animatronic Lola that they're bringing out. You can take her off the base and she responds to your voice. And you can click her back and she tilts side to side and responds. It looks really cool. But yeah, she was like, oh, I love it. She got every Grogu that's come out. So now it's Lola. It's little Lola now. But there's only another 2 episodes, episode 5 and 6. And then that's it. But I do believe you've got a load of new films coming out, a load of new series, I should say, coming out as well, haven't we? So She-Hulk, that's another one that comes out in August, but I'm looking forward to that. You've also got, I think you've got at the end of the start of January, you got the new Mandalorian. Miss Marvel was brilliant. Loads of people. I went on after watching it. I went online, and everyone was absolutely hammering it. They hated it. I actually really, really liked it, and I watched it with our 12-year-old daughter. Now, our 10-year-old daughter, I should say. She was. Now we weren't too sure because obviously we watched Moon Knight, which we knew she wouldn't get, and we thought this one is perfect for the 10-year-old sort of thing. You know what I mean? It was perfect, and she loved it. Absolutely loved it. Really liked it. And I enjoyed it as well. Very, very much enjoyed it. I thought it was nice. It was good. It's going to be interesting because Kamala Khan is like a new character in the world of Marvel. How new? A lot of people go, well, how new? Well, her character only existed in the comics in 2016. So she hasn't been in the Marvel universe at all very long, and they've introduced her now. But I kind of like the fact that they're introducing the other side, you know, things like Moon Knight and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm all up for it, but I do really like it, John. Yeah. Loki season 2, yeah, that comes out October, I believe, is it? Yeah, I'll be watching that. That'll be interesting to see where they go with that after the end of the last series. And what happened in the Multiverse of Madness as well. It's going to be interesting. And we'll see what happens with him and Sylvie and all the other. I think they're going to focus, probably more on the other Lokis that we saw. Robert Grant's one, wasn't it? Is that his name, Robert Grant? He was the classic Loki, wasn't he? And then we had the Bifrost Loki, Alligator Loki, you know, all that sort of stuff. So I think it's going to be. There's so much good stuff coming out, isn't it? It's just, and films as well. You've got the new Thor film coming out that looks really good. And then you've got the Guardians of the Galaxy new film coming up. You've also got the Groot, Baby Groot series that's coming out, live action Baby Groot series that's coming out on Disney as well. I think that's near Christmas. So yeah, it's just this, like I said, there's loads on. Then there's all the wrestling as well. So it's just it's everything's come at the same time, and it's like, right, can we just calm down a little bit? But there's lots happening, and obviously lots happening at the moment. Partworks has gone quiet, but then it always does in the summer. It's normally always at the start of the year, and the end of the year is when they bring out all their partworks. So yeah, I don't know exactly what's coming out. We've seen from test runs, but we still don't know. I'm still holding out hope for the Hogwarts Express. That's what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed that the Hogwarts Express does come out. That's what I'd love that to come out. I'm sure we'll find a space for it somewhere. My daughter would love it. She's massively into Harry Potter still. So there's that. Then there's obviously a Disney Dollhouse. By the end of this year, we'll have it nearly. I think it will have nearly all the floors on it. So it'll be huge because it has 4 floors. So it has the basement, the first floor, second, and the third. So yeah, 4 floors. Me Alien, yay! In March it finishes. So can you believe it's already been that long? I can't even believe that it's already been that long. That we're already halfway through. We're more than halfway through now. I think they're on issue 60, 62, 63 in France. So that's really powering through now. So I need to really get on that. RoboCop is, I think they're on issue 30, 35 in France now of RoboCop. I'm behind on that. I've got bits down here, but I need to, like I say, I need to have a little bit of a time because I know each issue will be very quick. But what I do is I like to build it all in one go and then cut the videos down and do them individually. It's better for the YouTube algorithm. So I like to do issue by issue. It's better as well for referencing. So that's another reason why I like doing issue by issue, because it's just easier for reference than doing loads of issues together. So yeah, there's that as well. I've done a lot of book reviews this week because I had a backlog, and then I've done the Warhammer ones. So I may even do some sort of watching me build some of my Warhammer figures. I've done it before, so there's an option there for me to do that. But I don't really know. I don't know of anything else. Like I said, the Thanos glove I was interested in, but that's been pulled now, so I don't know when that's ever starting up again. I was going to get the first 2 issues to look at through the newsagent's website that I use to get my Alien, but now it's been pulled. I can't do that now. But as soon as it comes out on there and it's available in the newsagents over in France, I will order it and then I'll have a look at the 2, just to literally have a look at it. But yeah, there's that. There's what else is coming to the channel? Oh yeah, I've got some more belts to review. I've got the Star Trek, the new Star Trek stuff coming out. I know the kids have got me some stuff for Father's Day. I don't know what they are, but apparently I will really like it, so I'll probably review that as well. So there's that. But yeah, it's just been a very, very busy day. I've also got to do the competition as well for my Patreons. Some of it's sitting here ready to go. I've got that to go with it. I've got issues 1, 2. There's probably a few more issues I'm going to throw in as well. I've also got the Hulk here as well. And I'm going to just wait a little bit longer. I'm going to add some more bits to it. And the good thing about the Warhammer one is I'll send you issues 1 and 2. Like I said, I may do a few more issues, but they come with issues 1 and 2 come with models as well as paint and brushes, so you can actually build it all and paint it. I think this one, yeah. So you know, you got the paint here. You got a model, a brush, a base, 2 bases, because you get 3 figures. I think 3 bases, and it shows you how to paint it all in here. And then I think that is issue. And then you've got issue 1, which has got some more figures, some dice, and then everything you know how to play the game. So, you know, you don't have to continue to collect this if you don't want to, but it's worth a little shout out. It's worth a little look at. Just to sort of, just to take a look at it, really, and see what you like. But that's for Patreons. And like I said, I'll probably throw in some other stuff as well. I'm just waiting. It'll probably be the end of July or August when I do it, but yeah, there'll be a load of stuff in it as well, and I'll chuck a load of other good stuff in it as well. So evening burgers, don't worry, you can always do the catch up afterwards. But yeah, that's sort of where we are. I don't know, like I said, we're at that lull point now in Partworks. The Bismarck finished. The Spitfire, people are now doing the diorama for it, and obviously we know sort of how bad that turned out. And I've come across as well how noisy the Ecto One is. I see a really good mod the other day actually. Someone bought the lighting kit for the Lego version and installed it on their Ecto One, and it sounded all right. It has sound effects already because it's a pre-boarded light effect. So I think you click a little button and it goes off and it does all the sound effects, and there's a few extra ones, but they've sort of wired it up to the lights so it doesn't make it just flashes with the LEDs. It looks okay, but yeah, I've seen on Facebook and stuff like that, some people have posted how noisy it is. It's very, very noisy. It even overdrowns, I think, the siren noise. That's how loud it is. But then again, like I said before, I think we knew how loud it was going to be when they done the test, when they took the test issues or the test version, and it was at like the when Eagle Moss done the big test thing for it, they had the sirens going there, and it was very, very loud then. So we sort of knew about that. But yeah. The Enterprise build is stuck at the minute, but I'm sure once they get all these issues in, they will probably send them out like they have done before, where I think like they do it on a 21 week turnaround. So every 21 weeks they bill you and you get your issues really quick. It's like every 2 or 3 weeks, isn't it? You get an issue instead of every 4. So they're sort of pushing them out really quickly. So, and I know Ecto One's, everyone's waiting for the last issue. So I'm sure that will probably be finished before the end of the month. Most people's Ecto One. But yeah, I've still got to do my Ecto One. I'm on stage 50, issue 15. I think that's issue 52 or something, 51. So I'm on it that far. But yeah, because I was collecting the issues from the web shop and then they stopped it. And then when I found out how to collect the rest of the issues, it was a bit of a muck about to do. So I have set up the account, but I haven't had any issues sent, if you know what I mean. It's all ready to go when I am, but I just want everything else done out the way with really now. For noises from the gears in the light bar, it could be fixable. Yeah, I think it's because they're plastic, aren't they? And I think there's a lot of vibration. So the noise comes from the vibration of the plastic cogs that are inside it. So I'm wondering, do they supply? I think there's a washer in it, isn't there, and stuff like that. I'm just wondering. It's a weird one, isn't it? It's very strange. But yeah, the noise comes from the gear, the cogs itself inside, because they're plastic and the vibration and that, it makes a horrendous noise, absolutely horrendous noise. But yeah, it's to do with the plastic cogs inside it. So, but I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping this week I will get these done. I might have the time to do the RoboCop. Because these will only take, I'm thinking 4 minutes to probably review. Where the RoboCop, there's quite a lot of issues, so I need I like to have a big space of time, so I can do individual, so I can do it all at once, upload it all to the Patreons, and then and then it gives me a bit of time away. Otherwise, I'm doing every other issue. So. And I need to really get on to this issue as well. I know it's not lots, but I need to sort that. And then there's not really much else to say. We still have the brake line and the brake pad stick. I know that's got to be fitted. I mean, this is where we are at the moment on it. So that's what I fitted last time, the exhausts. And there's a few more bits I think to go under here, and then I do believe once the battery pack or the petrol tank here, I think once that's on, we don't touch it underneath then. thank God. And then it's all sort of interior work. So yeah, I'm still behind you. Got stage 18 of the X01 here and 2 more issues on the mainland. Still got 20 issues to film this summer. Yeah, we're all a bit behind at the minute. I think we're all a bit behind. We're all trying to just sort of playing catch up, really. Like I said, I was concentrating more on my part works, and then my other pile of other stuff was getting bigger, and so I chose to get rid of that lot. And then I went to Smith's and bought these, and the rest is history. But yeah, in July, that's when the new Star Trek stuff comes out, so I'm going to be reviewing all of that. So that'll probably flood the channel a bit. But I still be doing this. I still need to do my Enterprise build. That's sort of stalled at the moment as well. I'm a bit down on that, to be fair, because of the negativity that's coming out of it a minute. I think the build's going to be fine. We all have these teething problems, and every build has its problems, and solutions come out to fix them and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just going to wait, I think, for the Enterprise build. But there is other builds coming out from Eagle Moss. I do know that, but I don't know what. All I know is that there's new stuff coming this year. So it's all sort of mystery. You know, cloak and dagger, all that sort of stuff, isn't it? It's all sort of smoke and mirrors, they call it, isn't it? It's all sort of smoke and mirrors. So, yeah, there's all the smoke and mirrors at the moment from them. But I do know they've sort of teased me a little bit by saying you're going to die when you see what we've got, and you're going to scream at us knowing what we've got, and your bank is going to melt over what we've got. So yeah, I'm happy with what I've got a funny thing. They're going to be bringing out some more car builds. It's going to be interesting, very interesting. Still sitting up the cave, tired from the move. Yeah, you get like that from the move. I mean, when we moved here, I think we were still unpacking about 6-7 months later, and it took about a year and a bit to decorate and to start decorating, because you're sort of living in the house that you're trying to sort, you know what I mean, and trying to find the time with work, with kids and everything else to do everything else. So yeah, I know exactly what that's like, Burgess. Yeah. Eagle Moss were pushing the Green Mustang the other day. It must be coming soon. Yes, they were. Yeah. It's limited run. I didn't know this. So it's got, I've been told that it's got like a limited number. So I don't know what that limited number is, but I know that it's limited, meaning if you don't get it, you won't probably be able to get it further down the line. I think it's not like the DeLorean or Ecto-1 or the Enterprise, which I think will be available all the time. That the Green Mustang, I think, is a limited run. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how limited, but I was told that it's got a limited run on it. So yeah, and it is due to come out very, very soon. But I also saw a nice one as well, actually. It's just started to release over in France, and that's the Citroen Rally Car. That looks really nice. They need to start doing the rally cars again, I think, because they went for a stage of not doing them, and then they sort of went, woo. Thought the pre-order deal was limited, not the model. I was told the model that was limited. There was a limited offer on it. That's what I was told. There was a limited run. I don't know what that means, but I would imagine it's probably a bit like when they done the Aston Martin, the 007 one. That was a limited run, and like I said, they've never released that again, and it's gone, and it's worth quite a bit of money now. So could be that, could be like that. But I don't know. I don't think everyone will. I don't think a lot of people are going to be building it per se, but it's going to be interesting. But look, I'm going to go off today a little bit earlier than normal because I want to go to the toilet, to be fair. I'm holding it at the minute. So yeah, I'll be back next week. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a bit of a nightmare the last couple of weeks, and I don't think it's going to get any better, my side anyway. But I'm hoping to get some stuff out this week. I've still got some stuff that I recorded that I need to publish still, so that's going to happen. I'm obviously going to review these. I'm going to do this. Then obviously Wednesday I've got Disney Dollhouse and I've got another Dodge Charger, so I'll probably get that out. And hopefully some Robocop as well, because I'm just about to put an order in for Alien build. So yes, but anyway, look, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a great night, like it always is. You guys have been excellent, and yeah, I can't wait for all the part works to come out. I'm hoping for a few. But anyway, look, I've been the Kev, you've been you, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. See you later.